She's gorgeous, she is stunning, she is beautiful, she is queen, and she reigns supreme amongst the boys. Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video I am going to be sharing with you all my entire Monstera and cousins collection. So if you're interested in just seeing my Monstera collection, the babies that I have, then keep on watching. So welcome back everyone. Alright, I am actually just gonna go ahead and get right into the collection. So the first Monstera I'm gonna show you all is my crustiest, dustiest, but it's one of my OG Monsteras. I believe this is like one of the first plant videos that I like made on my channel, and it is the Monstera Insomnia. I'm not sure what form this is. This could be the long form, the wide form, the narrow form, the flat form, the circular form. I don't know. There's so many different forms of Monstera Insomnia, and this plant originally just started off as two little cuttings, and since, gosh, I believe I got this in either 2018 or the year 2019, but since then it has vined and tendrilled and multiplied. But I have been keeping this plant on the drier side, so the new growth, not very happy. The new growth just continues to fall off, but that's kind of what happens with these plants. If there's not enough sufficient water or nutrients to continue the growth cycle, then the plant is going to obviously not be able to unfurl full leaves. So that is something you can keep an eye out for. If you find that your Monstera is not pushing out new growth the way that you want it to, then check the watering, check your soil, see what's going on in the roots, okay? So with that being said, I am going to just show you the remainder of my Monstera Insomnia. This little jar has some propagations, but it has a Monstera Insomnia, just basically bare stick that has eventually decided to vine off and create a new growth. So I have this living on my plant shelf. This is one of my Monstera Insomnia cuttings from that particular plant I showed you. This is the second Monstera Insomnia cutting from, again, that same plant. I have just this tendency of cutting my plants, propagating them, and forgetting that they even exist. So again, this is the third Insomnia in my collection. I have yet another propagation situation happening with the Insomnia, so this is the next one. This plant is just so easy to propagate that all I do is just chop it up. It's getting leggy, like I was showing you. The bare vines, chop those up, put them inside of water, and you'll see they're gonna branch off. Like here, it was just bare, but it decided to just vine off into two separate things. So that's the next Monstera Insomnia. So the last Monstera Insomnia, I'm like, yeah, I still have more Monstera Insomnias, right? This is the last one. This was actually gifted to me by my cousin last year for my birthday, and I think this is like the monkey mask type of Insomnia. It looks different from the one that I have, but yet and still it's not, because they're all Insomnias at the end of the day. Alright, so I think that's enough of the Insomnias. Those are the only ones that I have in my collection. Moving on, we're going to show the Monstera Carstiniana, aka Monstera Peru. So the first baby I'm going to show you was actually gifted to me by Adam, aka Not Dude, here on IG and Instagram, and basically any social media platform that you're interested in finding him at. You could find him via Not Dude. So he actually gifted this to me, and look at this little new growth. It's finally pushing out some new growth, and I've had this for several months, like for like half a year basically, and it's finally doing its thing. So I'm really happy about that. So this is my first Monstera Peru. This has been like a wish list plant of mine for so long. So when I finally got my hands on one, I was elated. elated. So this is the Monstera Peru that I'm speaking about. This was my first Monstera Peru, and as you can see, this baby is stunning. It is gorgeous. I created this like bootleg moss pole, and I think it likes it. I don't know if it likes it, but if it doesn't, there's nothing I can do about it. And it has a Sheriff Woody little hat. Y'all, you know I love my little Sheriff Woody hat, right? So this is my Monstera Peru. Obsessed. So those were the two Monstera Perus in my collection. Now I'm gonna just show you this whole little propagation situation that is happening here. I have several Monsteras inside of this little jar. I have a Monstera Salty Pecan. I have this Monstera Standalelelelena. Okay, and then I also have this other Monstera Peru from Not Dude, and like I mentioned, I've had this one for as long as I've had the full plant, and literally this thing has not budged. It has not given me roots, but we gonna see. Like I mentioned, this was a cutting from this parent plant. It wasn't looking very cute. It wasn't looking very nice. It was looking very scrawny, thirsty, unhappy. So I decided to put this under a cloche, and it's been giving me new growth that looks really nice. And this has rooted, so I can actually just repot this into this plant pot, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. But these are my Monstera Stellelenes. So the last family of Monstera that I'm gonna show you are the Monstera Deliciosas. I love Monstera Deliciosa. This is my second Monstera Deliciosa. It is just more of a juvenile form with way too much new growth happening. Proud AF about it. That's Monstera Deliciosa number 1. And this is my big boy. This is my bad boy. This Monstera is ginormous. This is my first Monstera, and this is the homie Fergus, okay, named after the dad from Brave. Fergus. Huge plant, huge Monstera. I absolutely love it. So this is the next Monstera in my collection. So I could not talk about Monstera Deliciosa without showing you the Monstera Deliciosa Albo Hannah. So this is Hannah, my Monstera Albo Deliciosa. She's gorgeous, she is stunning, she is beautiful, she is queen, and she reigns supreme amongst the boys. So yeah, can you see how beautiful the foliage is? Definitely. So the last Monstera in my Monstera collection is my Monstera Salty Pecan. I love it. Monstera Siltipacana, Monstera Beautifulness, Monstera Lovely. Do you see the just beautiful silver striations in this? The only reason I came across this plant was because I was searching for the Peru, and I could not find the Peru anywhere. But the shop I purchased this from had this, and I'm like, oh, alright, I might as well. And this was also at the time where plants were affordable. Because these plants are a little pricey. It was a much smaller plant when I originally purchased it, but obviously, like plants do, they grow over time. So this over time has grown prolifically, and I've chopped this plant so many times. A couple of my subscribers have cuttings from this plant that I sent like via giveaways. So yes, this is my Monstera Salty Pecan. It is one of like my more cherished and prized Monsteras. Alright, so still within the Monstera family, but going a bit to the cousins, we are going to speak about my Rifidophoras. So I actually just own 2 Rifidophoras in my collection. This is my first Rifidophora. This is my Rifidophora tetrasperma. I picked this beauty up in, I believe, 2019, and it was such a sad plant, and it since then has just blossomed, bubbled, and buttercupped the heck out of itself. So yay, this is the next family of Monstera in the Monstera collection, but this is the Rifidophora. The last and final plant I'm going to mention in this collection is my Rifidophora Deliciosa. This homie looking a little sad, but I'm not too sure what's going on with it, but this is my Rifidophora Deliciosa. Alright, y'all, so with that being said, again, this is the last plant in my entire Monstera collection. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and sharing. Make sure you share these videos because that is one of the main ways that you can support my channel, is like, you know, just sharing it. Other people are able to see my video that might not have the chance to see it if they're not like subscribed to my channel or within, you know, the niche that I create content for. So definitely share, like, subscribe, comment down below. Do you have any of these plants? What are some Monsteras or Rifidophoras in your collection that I don't own and I should keep an eye out for? So with that being said, again, thank you again, my salty pecans, and I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing.